We've received a cluster of unsettling reports from zones 5 through 10, all describing the same phenomenon. Your pet may be remembering a life that you were never part of. It started with a resident in Zone 6. Ella Raines, age 29, submitted a recording to the Office of Anomaly Safety 3 weeks ago. She claimed her dog, a 6-year-old golden retriever named Max, began growling at her in the middle of the night. Not barking, not howling, just growling, staring at her, as if confused or betrayed. The next morning, the dog avoided her entirely, hiding in the bathroom and whining. Ella found scratch marks on the front door, not recent ones, old, weathered, marks that seemed to be made by claws from the inside. Ella has lived in that house for 2 years, but the scratches had been there longer. This isn't an isolated case. We've confirmed 42 separate pet-related reports in the past month. Cats staring at blank walls for hours. Dogs trying to dig through tiles in the kitchen. Parrots muttering names never taught to them. In several instances, pets have reacted violently to their owner's touch, only to calm down when shown old photos of previous tenants. One case in Zone 9 reported a cat meowing outside a vacant home 3 blocks away, meowing until the door opened by itself. No one was inside, at least no one that we could see. We believe this is a residual bonding anomaly, where domesticated animals retain emotional imprints from previous timelines or families. They remember smells, routines, voices, even if those people no longer exist. In rare cases, they may even perceive echoes of those families, entities we can't track or contain. Pets, unlike humans, do not forget. They simply adapt. But sometimes, they adapt backward. In 2021, a Zone 7 civilian was found unconscious in their garage. The cause? Their dog had locked the door from the outside and dragged an old blanket across the threshold. That blanket was identified as belonging to the family who lived in the house 18 years ago. The owner survived, but they've refused to go back inside ever since. They claim the dog had spoken to them, not with words but with a sound, a name. Michael, that was their name, but no one had called them that in years. Not since they changed their identity, not since they fled Sector 12. We don't believe the pet recognized the person. We believe the pet recognized the past. If your pet begins exhibiting unfamiliar behaviors, do not raise your voice. Do not make eye contact. Do not attempt to restrain them. They are not trying to hurt you. They are trying to remember where you went wrong. If they stare at a corner of the room for more than 15 minutes, leave the house. If they bark at someone who isn't there, don't ask who it is. If they try to dig under your bed, let them finish. Sometimes the dead bury memories. Sometimes the living dig them back up. Your pet still loves you, but they might love someone else more. Someone who's not supposed to be here anymore. If you wake up one morning and find your pet missing, check the place you lived before this one. They might be waiting there not for you, but for who you used to be.